Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 2:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, September 4th, 2021. We're talking about Chainlink today. This is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. Click the subscribe and the bell if you want to be notified of these videos. Click the thumbs up if you want this video to be seen. Intraday updates are on Twitter. It's in the link below the video. Let's get into the markets and talk a little bit about Chainlink. So I just want to make a couple of points. Number one, Chainlink is a Web 3.0 technology, which is a data creates a data an ecosystem of data oracles that are provided to multiple applications that would like to use that data. Now, they don't actually create the data themselves. These are created; they are sourced from multiple places, but kind of vetted through this Oracle type process. So, it's basically it's qualified information that can be used by multiple applications out there. An example of qualified information is something called like market data, ticking data, for example, that you see all day long when you're all fixated on your cell phones looking at the next Bitcoin price. So that kind of thing. Every little tick is, you consider that market data, that gets pumped in, someone validates it. Now, it is not just for, market data, but it is for many, many other types of data, such as payments, etc. So this is kind of a nice, look. If you go to the Chainlink site and you click on solutions, you be able to see, these are kind of like the data oracles. They qualify it. It goes into any blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, whatever, then flies out there for distribution to real world needs. Now, let's move into, let's go into the market. By the way, on the Messari site, Web 3.0, top one is Chainlink. It's $13.47 billion. I think it's got still a bit of headroom on the supply. So, just check it out. I think they're around 60% through it. So another 40% of supply that will come online, but I think it takes a long time for that supply to come online. So Link US dollars currently at $30.07. Just looking at this, I mean, it was great to see, and I've seen this before. I've looked at this months ago, but it continues to remain in this pretty solid channel, which is embodied between these two parallel lines on the screen. Now, this channel has been actually happening since 2018 of May. So it's actually very, very bullish as well. I mean, it's been obeying the bottom. It's been obeying the top. I mean, ideally, we'd love to pop the top off, but definitely on the right track here. A couple of other things on the more shorter term view. Now, I do have a shorter term view on this. Of course, take all of this with a grain of salt and do your own due diligence. Do not trade only based on what I'm telling you. I'm not a financial advisor, but let's take a look at what I saw. There's this dotted line over here, and the dotted line, if you look between the dotted line and the solid line, these are almost like they are, excuse me, I'm just going to fix this line a little bit, but it's almost mostly empty space. So between this dotted line and this solid line, it's primarily empty space. And that empty space has been going on since May of 2019. That's over 2.5 years old. Well, almost 2.5 years old. So my point here is that, we've dipped below. You can see these clean breaks as you get closer and closer. I'm going to have to zoom in on this stuff so you can see it. But you can see when we went down hard. It broke through that porous dotted line. And then when it went back up, that dotted line served as resistance. And the same thing over here. We went down. Now it was support over here. When it went below the dotted line, it started looking like we're at resistance again. But I have a feeling we're going to wind up going over it. I have a real feeling that that's going to happen in the not too distant future. And for a couple of reasons. There's a product out there called Bitcoin. Everybody knows it by its first name. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really doing very well, but more importantly, let's just take a look at the Bitcoin dominance pair. The Bitcoin dominance pair is giving me a real tell on how strong the altcoin market is right now. going from this line all the way down here, and it is hugging the bottom line. Let me tell you, if this thing starts going down, this could be an incredible boon for the altcoin market. Now, going back over here to the Link US dollar pair, I think we are in an imminent breakout. Now, if we zoom in on the very recent price action, we are certainly, it feels like it wants to make an attempt up here. This could be a cup and handle. I wouldn't call it that right now because it's just too ragged. It's too erratic on the price action, but it's definitely trending up here. And I feel that, in due time, especially with the altcoin rallies that we're having, it just takes one more day of a strong oomph to get this thing over that scrimmage line. So stay tuned on this one. I'll be tweeting this stuff out. It's definitely, it's one of the more longer term types of cryptos that, if you're going to own a 3.0 crypto, this hands down would be the one you'd want to put away and save it for 10 years or so. But anyway, I'm out. Hope everyone's well. Take it easy.